Joining us now, Texas Democratic Congressman Joaquin Castro. He is a member of the Intelligence and Foreign Affairs Committee. So, Congressman, a Monmouth poll this week found that only a third of Americans blame Republicans for the bipartisan border bill not getting a vote, even though they blocked it. Half blame both parties equally. So, where's the disconnect? Is it the White House not messaging, or is maybe the news media isn't covering it enough?
Yeah, no, I think we've got to do a better job. And quite honestly, the media's got to do a better job of explaining to the American people that Republicans use the border as their #1 boogeyman issue. They demonize immigrants and migrants, and at the same time, for years now actually, have blocked any constructive solution to dealing with the border. And bear in mind, Andrea, two things. First of all, we're in a moment of the most anti-immigrant sentiment and rhetoric probably in a generation. But this country became the most powerful nation on earth, not in spite of immigrants, but directly because of them. And also, we have more resources on the border today than we've ever had before. More manpower, more drones, more surveillance, more law enforcement, everything. And in the light of that, President Biden was trying to add more resources to the border, and Republicans, even though this is their big issue, shut it all down.
With the same token, the surge has been exponential. I mean, the number of migrants crossing. And the administration, you know, despite those efforts in the Senate bill, has not been able to do a better job of controlling the migration.
Well, I mean, it's hard when you've got, half of the politicians in Washington who are fighting against you. And bear in mind that I know we do battles often over short-term solutions, but there are longer-term solutions that have to come into play here. And you've got to be a partner to a lot of these countries in rebuilding their economies, in fighting off the drug gangs that terrorize people there, in making sure that they feel safe and secure in their home countries, because I still fundamentally believe that nobody really wants to trek 1,000 miles with a 2 or 3-year-old child or more and move to another country if they don't have to.
You serve on Foreign Affairs. What's being done to foster more cooperation with Mexico or some of the other countries where migration is starting, Venezuela in particular?
Quite a bit. Literally on a daily basis, the State Department, the Department of Homeland Security, the White House are in contact with Mexico and other nations where we face migration challenges, and getting their cooperation in making sure that migrants are treated with dignity and with respect, and at the same time that we're able to control the surge of folks who are fleeing for safety.
And just to get your temperature also on whether things are coming together for the continuing resolution and the agreement to try to avoid a government shutdown that was all in play today.
Yeah, it's my understanding that we should be able to vote on a continuing resolution later today. Again, that's not the wisest or the longest term solution for our budget issues, but for the short term, it'll get us a few weeks, and hopefully a longer lasting, more substantive agreement can come together.
If I can impose on you one more question, do you think there's any hope for the House to approve funding weapons desperately needed by Ukraine?
I hope so. I would absolutely vote to fund, to provide Ukraine with the money that it needs to fend off the invasion of Russia. It's something that I think the United States should remain committed to.